Welcome to Tots Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus, and today it is finally, it's finally time to build that big old starfish, that big old Starro. I have been debating back and forth on whether or not I should review the first three figures and then review Power Ring on its own. But then I was like, you know what? Let me wait. Let me wait to get everybody together. Then we do every one video and that's it. All right. But we are here. I got all the pieces. I got Power Ring. I got Owlman. I got Ultraman. And I got Superwoman. And we're going to build that big old juicy Starro Fish thing. So I look forward to that, folks. So this is the McFarlane Toys Starro Build-A-Figure wave here, featuring the Crime Syndicate. And I've never been a big Crime Syndicate person. I mean, I remember them more off that Justice League Crisis on Two Earths animated movie, which is hands down one of my all-time favorite movies, animated wise. I mean, it was just so good. And it's just as good as the live action stuff that DC's done anyways. But, you know, I've never been a big Crime Syndicate person, but I appreciate the characters for what they are. They're like the opposite of the good guys that we know in the DC universe. So it's all about the bad people this episode, folks. It's going to be interesting. Each figure is packaged with a piece of the Starro. So we have here with the Owlman, he comes with the tentacles here, two of the tentacles, which look really awesome. They did an excellent job with the detail and the texture for this Starro figure here. Did a great job with that. And we have Superman. He comes with, I guess, the centerpiece of the Starro. Look at that. Look at the detail on that, folks. Wow. Look at the, man. Very impressive. The texture detail is just off the charts with this Starro. And then you have the translucent plastic with the eyes and everything. Wow. And then we have here with the Wonder Woman. She has like the biggest piece of all. And we have, look at those teeth, folks. This has to be one of the most impressive Build-A-Figures that McFarlane Toys has come out with thus far, man. I mean, this thing looks awesome. It's gonna look really good when we put this thing together. And then we have the other part of the Starro here with the Power Ring character. So very impressed with the detail throughout, man. This just looks awesome. Now, another thing that each figure is packaged with is these little Starro creatures. So you can use this with this wave, or you can use this with various DC characters throughout. But again, the detail is just off the charts with these little Starro creatures as well. And look at that. Look at the teeth. Wow. Even when you turn it around, the details just don't stop. Because I know I'm going to use this Starro with my Justice League characters. Kind of put together a big old action sequence with the Starro and the Justice League characters. As usual, our characters are packaged with the collector's card. Here we are with the Superman of Earth -3 here. I don't know why they call him Earth -3 instead of Ultraman. And then on the back, we have Ultraman's data file. And up next, we have Superwoman's portrait here with her collector's card. And then on the back, we have her data file. And here we have Owlman's collector's card. And on the back, we have his data file. And lastly, we have Power Ring's collector's card here. You don't look too happy. And then on the back, we have his data file as well. All right, up first, we're going to take a look at the Ultraman figure. And I got to say, I'm not a big fan of this face sculpt here. I understand where they're coming from in terms of the likeness, because this is how he looked in that recent, Crime Syndicate comic that you're basing his likeness off of. So, I mean, this is pretty accurate. I just wouldn't have gone in this direction. I always envisioned him looking the way that he looked in that Crisis on Two Earths animated Justice League movie. That's the Ultraman that I envision. I just don't envision him looking this way necessarily. But this is accurate to how he looked in that comic that they're basing him off of. And in the New 52, he looked more like the comic book, not the comic book, but in the New 52, he looked like that animated version of Ultraman as well. So, I mean, this is a different looking Ultraman, yet you understand it is Ultraman. Not sure why McFarlane Toys is not labeling him Ultraman. You see the big U on the chest here, but apparently they're just calling him Earth -3 Superman. but you know it's Ultraman. But this face sculpt, it's grown on me, but I have a replacement that I feel works better for this Ultraman here. I'll show you that later. But overall, the body that they chose for this character is definitely on point. They chose an awesome body to create this, you know, alternate, more evil version of Superman here. And I like that. The detail here, just simple, sleek details here. Here we have its little oval silver type of these details on his costume here. Not a lot to the costume, but enough to give him, you know, a little bit of a look, you know, and everything. We have the little linings to show the boots and everything. This is more, I think this is the Rebirth Superman body mold, I believe. But this looks good overall, man. I just don't like I'm not a big fan of the face sculpt. You know, and as usual, the cape looks awesome. The detail here, the design, how the cape flows down, it just looks impressive overall. Again, we have the little oval shapes here to symbolize, I guess, some sort of a belt that he's wearing, though he's not wearing a belt. I'm not sure. But like nice streamlined costume here. We have the big U for Ultraman, and we have, of course, we have the classic blue, red, and yellow here that we're showcasing. So overall, really solid figure, you know. And of course, the detail is there. Of course, the articulation is there. I mean, he has nice waist swivel here, nice upper torso articulation for the figure. Overall, his head, no problem with that. He goes up and down. He can go all the way around with his head. He has double jointed elbows, as well as nice articulation in the wrist area. He has double jointed knees, so he has no problem articulating in the knee area. He also has nice rotation and articulation in the foot area. And of course, he has that toe articulation for that extra touch. So solid figure overall with this Superman. And yeah, let's test out that head sculpt. So I have the Red Sun Superman figure. I've taken his head off, of course. It took a long time to get, because I had to put this thing in water and everything. So this is the head sculpt from the Red Sun Superman. And I feel like this really goes well with this Superman here. You know, I checked out all of the Superman characters that I have, and this was the best for this figure here. So we're gonna pop his head off here, and we're gonna place this on his head. And it's a little loose, but this is what I envision for the Ultraman Superman. This looks more like an Ultraman Superman. I love this head sculpt. Again, it's a little loose, but I love it. I like this right here. So this is the head sculpt that I'll be utilizing for my Ultraman. I'm gonna have to get another Red Sun Superman. I'm pretty sure he's really priced low right now. You know, he's been out for a while, but this looks awesome. Folks, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this switch up with the Ultraman figure here? And for comparison, alongside our Ultraman figure, I have reached out into the multiverse for two other Supermen, also from McFarlane Toys, in the form of the Action Comics 1000 issue Superman, as well as the Rebirth Superman. All right, folks, we're heading into Batman territory. Y'all know Batman's my jam now, so this is gonna be big for me. So we're gonna look at Owlman now, and Owlman was always pretty cool to me. I mean, like I said, as a whole crime syndicate, but the Owlman, very cool alternate take on Batman. And so we have Owlman, and I like this design. I mean, this is how I envision Owlman. So they nailed Owlman all the way throughout. I mean, the detail here with this little owl cape here. It would have been cool if they would have added maybe some silver highlights throughout the cape to bring everything out a little bit more so. But look at the sculpted detail, folks. This is just amazing. Wow. And again, this is what I envision for Owlman. I mean, this is what I envision for him. So this is the one character that I felt like they really nailed it all the way through. I think they nailed the Superwoman character. The Ultraman, pretty much not all the way, but this one here, hands down, the standout in terms of how they nailed the character. Of course, you know, he has nice articulation in the waist area. No problem with that. He has that upper torso articulation, some rocking there. He has nice articulation in the knee area, double jointed knees, can go all the way back. Nice articulation here in the foot. So articulation, as usual, is really on point for this figure here. Oh, wow, he do splits really good. So, yeah, really solid articulation. Head area, no problem with that. Can go all the way around. He can look up really well. He can look down, no problem. Nice articulation in the arms, no problem at all. Nice extension, double jointed elbows with no problem there. Nice articulation here in the hand area. The only negative with this figure here, as with some of the Batman characters, is no gadgets. This you wish you would have been given like an Owlman batarang or something like that, or what they call an owl batarang. I don't know what you would call this batarang, but some sort of a gadget for this character would have been awesome. You know, to have maybe a rope or something, but we didn't get anything with this guy. But even though we don't have any gadgets with this figure, they did a good job of sculpting his utility belt. You see the little Owlman logo here on the belt. Then we have the rest of the pouches and everything that we see all the way through. So no problem with that. I love the texture detail throughout the pants. It's reminiscent of the Kyle Reiner Green Lantern figure. So we got more excellent texture detail for yet another costume here. So here he has some metal plated knee pads, as well as the little sculpted boots with the nice designs throughout. So I like that. So really, really impressive Owlman. I mean, man, this is a added bonus to my McFarlane toy collection because I really like getting alternate takes on Batman, and you see the eyes, they capture that as well. You know, this is a cool character right here, folks. So really, really happy to have Owlman, and let's see how he looks alongside some of our Batman characters, because I got a lot of Batman, so let's see how he compares next to some of my other Dark Knight figures. And for a comparison alongside our Owlman figure, I went back out into the multiverse, deep out into the multiverse. I've been going out into the multiverse a lot, y'all. I mean, this is the multiverse. But I have alongside Owlman a few other Batman figures here, starting with what is really one of the best Batman figures of the year in the Rebirth Batman. Then up next, we have yet another awesome Batman figure in the Thomas Wayne Batman. Oh, we got that Flashpoint wave coming up, folks. Will we get another Thomas Wayne? I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. And then we have the Batman of Zen in Arth. All right, up next is a figure that really actually impressed me. You know, when I first saw this Wonder Woman, I want to call her Wonder Woman, but a Superwoman, I was not impressed with the promo images and everything. And, you know, even in my reaction, if you want to check out my reaction, I was just kind of like, I wasn't so sure about this figure here. But when I saw in-hand images and videos of this figure here, I was like, oh yeah, this one looks pretty solid. This character looks really good. I mean, this gives me hope, folks, that we're going to get a classic Wonder Woman. This can be used for a classic Wonder Woman. This body mold is perfect. It's powerful. It's strong. It's Wonder Woman. I mean, yes, this is Superwoman, but this is the body mold that they definitely need to utilize for a classic looking Wonder Woman. I mean, this woman looks like she is battle ready. You don't want to mess with this person here. She has the bracelets. I mean, these bracelets just scream classic Wonder Woman. I have hope, folks. I have hope that we will get a classic Wonder Woman. The articulation for this figure is pretty solid as well. She has that nice waist articulation here. No upper torso articulation, but again, some rocking here in the waist. She can go all the way around. Of course, she has double jointed elbows here with no problem. She has, actually, no, is this single jointed? I think these are single jointed elbows here. But she does have double jointed knees, so she can go all the way back here with the knees and everything. Nice articulation here in the foot area. And of course, she has that toe articulation as well. She can do the splits, Wonder Woman, you know, Superwoman. I keep calling her Wonder Woman, but this needs to be Wonder Woman, though. This definitely needs to be Wonder Woman. But articulation is really solid. And of course, the head scope here, she can go all the way around. She She can't look up due to the sculpting of the hair and everything, but she can look down. Oh, okay. So the head articulation is pretty limited, but she gives you all the articulation that you need. And as far as the overall design and detail of this figure, she looks really good. And then as far as the face sculpt, she has this, okay, what kind of problems can I cause today type of a look. Like you have no idea what I have planned for the world or whatever. It's just like she has this villainous face sculpt, and I love it. This looks great. I mean, the hair is definitely just absolutely fantastic looking. I mean, the detail there throughout, you see it, how it lays here, how it lays over the one eye, and they still sculpted the face so perfectly throughout the hair sculpt and everything, the cheeks, everything is just designed so perfectly. And I love the lipstick. It's nice, a nice touch there. The eyebrows, everything just comes together with this Superwoman figure. And again, I was like on the fence about this guy. It's like I did not like how she looked in the promo images, and it just goes to show you, you just cannot go by promo images with these figures, because once you see them in person, then make that a final assessment, because very impressed. And again, this body mold is perfect. I love it. Like I said, it's powerful. It's strong. I love it. Look at the detail and design in the leg. Powerful legs. I love that right there. Look at the little strap boots that she's wearing here. Gives me a bit of an Amazon vibe with these strap boots here. I love that. And again, the bracelets they give me hope for Wonder Woman, y'all. They give me hope for Wonder Woman. And then, of course, we have the little Superwoman emblem here. And let's compare her with some of my other Wonder Woman figures that I have within my collections. And for comparison, I've reached out into the multiverse for 2 other Wonder Woman characters from the McFarlane toy line as well, and the Death Metal Wonder Woman, as well as the Endless Winter Wave Wonder Woman. All that's left right now, McFarlane Toys. All that's left right now is to finally give us that classic Wonder Woman, which I don't know if we're going to get right now, because I think we're going to be getting yet another alternate version of Wonder Woman for the Flashpoint Build-A-Figure wave. So I think we're going to get another Wonder Woman that's not a classic one. But hopefully maybe next year. Who knows? We'll see. All right, let's get on to the next. All right, and up next we have the final piece to the Starro puzzle, and that is the Power Ring character. Now, I figured we either get a Green Lantern figure or maybe the Speedster that's a part of the Crime Syndicate. But we have more of a John Stewart Green Lantern figure, more of an alternate, more evil version of John Stewart, which is really interesting here. And this guy looks cool, man. I like this design. They're utilizing more of the parallax Hal Jordan design here. I see in the leg areas here and throughout. Now this piece here is a little different, I believe. We'll compare the two later on, but it seems like they're utilizing more of the parallax Hal Jordan costume for this John Stewart Green Lantern Power Ring character, and it works. It looks good. I love the highlights of green that's utilized throughout the costume. That really works, and the details throughout is effective as well. I love the character's face sculpt. Looks really good. McFarlane always just knocks it out of the park. No matter how many different incarnations of a character that he creates, he always knocks it out with the face sculpt. So if you get 15,000 Batman characters, you're pretty sure you're going to get 15,000 really solid head sculpts. And in here we have a really awesome head sculpt of this Power Ring character. And the mask, they nailed it with the mask area here. He has a nice bald head here. He has the Michael Jordan bald head. He is rocking that. I like that. And of course, his articulation is it's really good here in the arm areas, because you see here he has these little armored pads here, but that does not deter any articulation at all, man. This guy is really nice waist swivel here. He has that upper torso articulation as well. You can go all the way around with that. You can go all the way around with the waist swivel here. Really nice, solid articulation with this figure here. He has, he can do splits with no problem at all. He has double jointed knees, no problem with the articulation there. He has double jointed elbows, and he has nice articulation in the wrist area. One of the things that McFarlane Toys I noticed that they're doing with their Green Lantern figures of late is that they're really finally starting to give our Green Lantern figures fisted hands. So that's key. You gotta give them the fisted hands so they can do the ring thing. You see the color of the ring, they captured that as well. Got 2 fisted hands so he can activate his ring and so he can punch you out at the same time. So I like that, man. So really starting to get those fisted hands as opposed to trigger hands, which I did not understand with the John Stewart and the Hal Jordan figures, but they're starting to catch on with the later Green Lantern figures here. And again, love the bald head, like that look here. Nice detail here in the face area, nice subtle details to give him more of that I'm determined, evil type look to him. You know, this is a different type of a Green Lantern figure, more evil, more of a more ruthless. Now, the one thing with this Green Lantern Power Ring figure is that he did not come with any effects. So we need effects with our Green Lantern figures. I mean, they spoiled us with that Parallax Hal Jordan figure because he came with a lot, you know, compared to a lot of the times that we don't get accessories for these figures, and this is one of them. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to hook Power Ring up with some accessories, man, or one accessories that I felt really goes with him. And that is one of the energy effects from the Hal Jordan Parallax figure. So this really goes well with this Power Ring character. So we're going to slide this onto his hand. And there you go. So this looks awesome, man. Look at that. This really works, folks. This is going to stay with him. We had 2 of them. So one is going to stay with the Parallax Hal Jordan, and the other will stay with this John Stewart Power Ring character. And back him up here so you can get a good look at this guy getting ready to unleash his evil Green Lantern abilities. Oh, I love it, folks. Let's get him to a point at the screen. Kind of give him that like it's coming at you. Look at that. Look at that. That looks awesome, man. All right, so we have the final piece to our Starro puzzle. So now it's time to build that Starro, folks. So let's get to it. Let's go. And here for comparison, alongside our Power Ring figure, I have also from the McFarlane Toys line, the DC Rebirth John Stewart figure. And as you can see, John Stewart was given 2 trigger holding hands, which didn't make any sense. They did the same thing with the Hal Jordan figure, but McFarlane is coming around because he is giving us now fisted hands with our Green Lantern figures. We see that here with the Power Ring character. He gave us fisted hands with both of our Kyle Rayner figures, and we was given the fisted hand with the not John Stewart, but the Hal Jordan Parallax figure. So our Green Lanterns are all on the up and up now because they're starting to get those fisted hands so they can do that ring thing. All right, folks, let's get on to the next. And here with our Power Ring, I have yet another bad to the bone Green Lantern character in the form of the McFarlane Toys Gold Label Hal Jordan Parallax figure. Oh, wow. All right, folks, so here it is. We finally assembled the Starro Fish, or whatever this thing is, whatever species this thing is. It's a Starro. But, man, this thing looks fantastic. Oh, wow. Man, look at that. That looks awesome, folks. Look at the detail all the way throughout. You just really get to see just how great of a Build-A-Figure this is once you put all the pieces together. The textured detail is just fantastic. Wow. Very impressive. Very impressive. The translucent eyes, nice touch overall. And again, it's just impressive to see something like this for figures that are $20 to $24. I mean, this is why McFarlane Toys is the #1 toy brand. This is why I feel like they're the best. It's because we get stuff like this for a feasible price. In this day and age, when prices are going up, we get stuff like this for a feasible price. You know, each figure, $24, you know, because they come with a Build-A-Figure piece. only 4 figures and you build this monster right here that can act as a centerpiece on your shelf, or a centerpiece for, you know, your Crime Syndicate wave, or for your Justice League figures. I mean, this, I'm going to place this with my Justice League figures, and, you know, this is just one of those things that's just truly symbolic of just how great this line is. And again, I can't say enough. This is definitely one of my crown jewels of my Multiverse collection. This is just wow. I've said wow like 5,000 times, folks. I apologize, but you're just trying to find the words to express just how cool this is. And then we get all these little Starro characters to place alongside this bigger Starro. So you get all of these accessories. You get 4 accessories to place without, and they're not halfway detailed. They're detailed all the way through. So very impressed with this Starro, folks, as well as this entire wave. You know, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts on all this here? Because I am happy, man. This is just awesome. I'm gonna stick them on top of this here. And we're gonna head on to the next segment. All right, folks, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you can see, it's about to be on between the Crime Syndicate and the Justice League. Who wins? Oh, I got my money on the Justice League. You know I got my money on the Justice League. Justice League got to pull it through. But folks, thank you so much again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the review. Very impressed with this Crime Syndicate wave. I like it way better than I thought I would. And this Build-A-Figure has to be one of the best Build-A-Figures McFarlane Toys has done to date. Now, I got a few more Build-A-Figure videos coming up, so I don't know. They might have something to say about that, but so far, this has to be the best for me. But again, there's 2 coming up that I feel like they're going to have something to say about all this. But all in all, this was a very fun wave, and I could not be more happy to have Starro as a part of my DC Multiverse collection. This is just so cool to have stuff like this, man. This is just awesome. And again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Huge shout out, as always, to my subscribers. I appreciate all your support. And folks, until next time, be good to one another. Be safe. Stay tuned. And folks, let's all hope that our Justice League team can pull out the win, not only against the Crime Syndicate, but as you can see, they have Starro looming in the back as well. So this is a pretty big, tall order for the Justice League. But in the end, I'm pretty sure they'll come out the winner. All right, folks. Until next time. Same bad time, same bad channel, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye for now.